Ladies and gentlemen, Indiana Tech, Siena Heights viewers, family, friends, welcome once again to our Esports League of Legends game tonight. As I just said earlier, it's going to be Indiana Tech taking on Siena Heights. David, give us a little bit of insight on what this is going to look like.
And this is maybe one of the most important games of the season because they were the contenders, so this is going to be a very exciting game. They lost their last game against Rochester University, so this is going to be a very important game between two of the best teams in the conference. All players, they said to us that they are the best teams in previous streams. So this is going to be a very important game. We need to win this game to be able to win the conference.
So we got a showdown going on tonight. Siena Heights and Indiana Tech right now are top ranked in the contenders for this season and were previously the last season. Indiana Tech wasn't able to come through with the W against them. However, Siena Heights is coming off of a loss after David just said from last week, losing to Rochester.
They are now in 2-1 of record, and we are 3-0. We haven't lost for a moment. So this is something very good for us, and let's see how we're gonna play this game. We are already in the draft, so we are banning already. From all sides, we are banning Poppy, Velvet, and Maokai, and they are banning Karma, Jinx, and we don't know yet, but these are the first bans.
Yeah, it looks like Indiana Tech is taking down some of what they see on Siena Heights as lockdown. I'm talking about Poppy, I'm talking about Maokai, excuse me, and Siena Heights is really focusing on Urgot, Jinx, and Karma. You know, I haven't seen Indiana Tech play very much Urgot, Jinx, and or Karma. I'm assuming that Siena Heights just doesn't like playing against these champions.
Nothing, we haven't played Urgot for a moment. As we saw in the previous games, we have Wukong free.
Right.
You remember we played in these first 3 games. We have played a lot Wukong. So if Wukong is free, I'm guessing that Bo is gonna play it. And I'm telling you now, last week we saw Bandit Boys Gragas. Oh my god.
I know, I'm excited because they're leaving open Wukong and Gragas already.
Crazy. We had some plays from Gragas last week, but crazy. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. I was like shocked. Crazy. It's gonna if he picks, he's very good. Bandit Boy is very good player with Gragas. So we have Corky for us. I am assuming that is bowling, but he could be mid laner too. And they are picking Kaylin and Nautilus, a very standard bot lane.
Yeah, Siena Heights starting out strong with their bot lane pick, in my opinion. Caitlyn, Nautilus have great knockdown. Nautilus, incredible engage off of his ultimate and hook. Not only that, but the combination with Caitlyn's traps on with Nautilus.
Yeah.
So Indiana Tech's got to be wary about that. It looks like as a counter-engage peel champ, they're going to be picking up Rel. And the Gragas, as we were just talking about. Indiana Tech getting a great, strong comfort pick in this first 3-round draft.
So I'm guessing that Bo is gonna play Wukong or something like that because I guess that he's gonna pick an AD jungler. So because we have been seeing that Gragas, like between Bandit Boy and Bo, when Bo was going AD, Bandit Boy was going AP, and the same in the other side. So if Bandit Boy is picking AP, we are gonna see an AD from Bo. So I'm guessing that Wukong is gonna be or jungler. We don't know yet, and they are picking Mordekaiser. They are not. I don't think they are playing meta for a moment because I think Kaylin is fine, but there is more. There is better ADCs for a moment. I think like to pick, you know, like they are more in the meta in this part. So I don't know. Maybe they are OTP or something.
Comfort pick.
Yeah, more than, and they are banning Wukong.
Yeah, there we go. We see the Wukong band coming through from Siena Heights. The Mordekaiser top lane, strong AP top laner. Just overall, really good when jungle tries to come up, make a play and gank. Great split pusher, but then even in team fights, if Indiana Tech has someone who is strong above everyone else, Mordekaiser is able to pull them out of that fight, which makes a big difference. So Indiana Tech's got to be wary about Siena Heights, where Mordekaiser's playing at, especially when he's going to be looking for this Corki. Now, we do see Indiana Tech come through with two other bans. It looks like it's Xin Zhao and Viego, both really strong fighter jungles. They have great itemization right now, early, mid, late game scalability as well.
They are gonna have the counter pick in the jungle, but it's the first time that I see that we are banning that many junglers. It's the first time that we ban all of these junglers, and we are playing Galio and Lee Sin for Bo. I think he is very good too with Lee Sin, so let's see how he's gonna. What was that?
Lee Sin!
No, Lee Sin and Talaya in the enemy jungle. This is gonna be interesting. I don't get Talaya, not gonna lie, because they have 3 AP. They have Victor in the mid lane as an AP, Mordekaiser AP in the top lane. They are following the same line with Talaya, so I don't know what they are trying to do, but
I think the pick of Talia is kind of a counter to kind of counter the Galio ultimate. Indiana Tech is picking up that Galio, which relieves great opportunity to rotate to the team with team fights. They're like, we want someone with a lot of mobility who does good amount of burst damage. They were like, all right, let's lock in Talia. Now, I agree with you there. If they're not well versed in Talia, she can kind of be just brushed to the side for the most part, especially considering that they are 3 AP heavy. Indiana Tech needs to be focusing on this Caitlyn because she is the only AD damage. On the other hand, Indiana Tech has a great spread overall with Gragas, Galio, Lee Sin, and Corki. Based off of this draft, David, who do you like more?
I prefer Indiana Tech's draft, not gonna lie. I don't like their draft. And it's true what you say about that Talaya, about the follow-up, because with the ultimate, they could follow, for example, that Galio. But overall, I think that I prefer more our draft. I mean, I like that Corki. Corki is very strong in these parts. Real typical support, engage. Gragas, you're gonna see Bandit Boy is crazy with Gragas.
I've seen some of it already, and I love it. You're exactly right.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about the matchup between Mordekaiser and Gragas. I don't know if Mordekaiser maybe is the counter, but Gragas is a very good. I mean, Bandit Boy is very good with Gragas, so I cannot wait to see the game, to watch the game.
I agree with you. Going back to your point about Gragas and Mordekaiser solo laning against one another. Mordekaiser, when he hits 6, gets a specific passive ability that when he kills someone who does have ability power, it gives him a percentage of ability power buff. So I think this top lane is going to be really close. They're similar play styles. They get kind of beefy because of itemization, but then they have great damage output as well. So I think it's going to come down to mechanics and wave management, as always in the top lane. In the bot lane, we also have a very similar fight. With Nautilus Rel being similar type of support champions. Corki, I agree with you, in the essence is more meta than Caitlyn. He's going to have more of that scalability just predicated on his build path and his passive with true damage. For Caitlyn, depending on how he's building with crit, can be countered with items that like Thornmail and whatnot. Yeah. Or items that reduce critical chance, not Thornmail. But overall, I also have Indiana Tech winning this champion draft. Mid lane is going to be kind of trading off. Galio is just going to be looking to rotate. Victor is going to be looking to scale.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think it's going to be very important, all of the rotations from that Galio and from Talaya. So that is going to be very important. All of the macro, we could name it, all of the macro moves. I want to see too Bo with that Lee Sin. I mean, high skill champ. Not gonna lie, I played Lee Sin yesterday. It was ridiculous. Not gonna lie. So I hope that Bo is gonna play better. But last year he played Lee Sin a couple games and he has the moves. So.
I am also. I'm glad you're touching back on that, Lee Sin. I'm really excited to see what he does with him. Mechanically, he has a lot of outplay potential. We're gonna see some cues. We're gonna see some kicks. With Indiana Tech's engage between Galio, Garagas, Rel, and even Lee Sin, we're gonna see some really exciting plays. Whereas Siena Heights has more of a balance of engage, but also peel, poke, maintaining damage. Now, Siena Heights, in order for their win con to come through, it's going to come down to Caitlyn to provide that continuous damage. We're going to see what Indiana Tech is going to do here. I'm sure that they also see that as a weak or as a missing link in Siena Heights team composition right now.
The only thing that I am afraid of is that Victor. I don't know how's the matchup between Victor and Galio. Maybe you know more about the mid lane. But Victor is a champ which, if he gets kills, he's a crazy scale champ. So if he's getting kills, he's gonna be so strong in the late game. So I would say that is the most important thing for our team, to be careful with that Victor. If we control that Victor, I don't think that there's gonna be a very difficult game. So if we control that Victor, I think that we should be fine. For me, our draft is better. I want to say it again. Bo is gonna be very important. He's the player with the most KDA in the team. He has a 10.68 KDA from these last 3 games, and with all of this performance by the whole team, I hope that we keep this line and we keep the unbeaten.
Yeah, we're about to see here as they are trying to get into the game. If we can have a progress check on that. It looks like they're just getting into the loading screen right now as we speak. So we're gonna take a real quick break. Stay tuned as we're starting in the next 30 seconds and be ready for Indiana Tech versus Siena Heights. In my opinion, this is a championship type game right now. So don't go far.
It looks like he is going to be going for a rotate here. Slow walking initially because he doesn't know where the rest of the Carthage team is.
It looks like he is fast rotating to A here. Let's see if he gets just a plant. Oh no, he's going to mid. Let's see if we get a pick.
And it looks like Carthage's Harbor might be looking to make contact with Koro here in the mid.
30 seconds left.
Oh, and down goes Koro for Indiana Tech, losing the first round there.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for Indiana Tech.
So it is the first round, so let's see where it goes from there.
Yeah, it's the first round. You can lose the first round and still come back. I mean, obviously it's the first round. A lot of you just lose that initial economy.
Yeah.
But they're just on a save round, and they'll. I mean, the goal here is just to save economy. If you win the round on a pistol round like this, that's a major win.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
However, it looks like we will be seeing 2 outlaws coming out here from Carthage.
Yeah, and
so it's gonna make it a hard attack here.
Yeah, Indiana Tech are default to gear. Let's see if try to get a pick here. Oh, down goes Bacon.
Geo looks like he might be the menace to look out for from Carthage. Has gotten the first opening pick for the past 2 rounds now.
Looks like Indiana Tech is going to lead over to A here. But there's Killjoy setups all around.
Ward smiling, lingering back in their Indiana Tech spawn a little bit. It looks like he's just rotating to A with his team.
The storm grades are out just to delay the time for Indiana Tech. And it looks like they're going to rotate to B.
Honestly, probably a very good rotation here for Indiana Tech, but they gotta do it fast. Looks like KJ is staying behind to try and make a presence at A. Maybe give a late pick.
Yeah. Looks like they are not going to fall for that bait here.
Unfortunately, they don't. But Dorino is on the flank, staying absolutely
30
silent.
seconds left.
But will he get to point in time to be able to get those picks that matter? Jawa with an opening fight pick there on Lord Smiling.
It looks like the KJ do know that Torino is behind, or maybe he doesn't. Oh, the turret spot Torino.
Standing.
And it looks like
down, B.
Clove gets 2 picks.
10 seconds
Indiana Tech
left.
falling. It's just down to Dorino on the flank, and Gio takes him out with that outlaw. Like we were saying, though, it was a pistol round. It's okay that Indiana Tech lost that round. Now they can full buy, and now they can get down and dirty with their Vandals and Phantoms. It looks like Dorino's going to be coming out with a Guardian here.
Yeah. Looks like he doesn't have enough to buy for rifles, so he has to go what's second best here.
Yep. Carthage having just a little bit better of an economy here. Well, quite a bit better after winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Indiana Tech versus Siena Heights. What you have been waiting for on this beautiful Wednesday. So far, we see Indiana Tech taking the classic 5-point vision. Meanwhile, Siena Heights is looking for a 5-man invade on the blue buff. Looks like Indiana Tech has vision of them. They're going to be able to back off. Indiana Tech forming up. They have vision of the enemy team right now. Or are they going to go in?
They are getting too deep.
It looks like Lee's going to throw the Q out to land on Nautilus. Nautilus is on the run. Indiana Tech round jumping on him with the Galio taunt. And Indiana Tech securing first blood. They're chasing for more. Leeson hits his Q. He's going to go in on the Mordekaiser. He's going to flash. Does Mordekaiser have flash? He doesn't.
We clean them. 2-0. Be careful with this. Rel almost there. We got 1 minute and a half, 2 kills for Indiana Tech. And they were, in my opinion, I think that they went too deep in our jungle. So we took advantage of that. We are up right now, 2-0.
Absolutely, David.
We have both kills in Lee Sin. So
Indiana Tech with a perfect vision ward on to Siena Heights. They didn't even realize or expect it. Indiana Tech following back up with a beautiful engage to punish Siena Heights for their falling.
And we see that Mordekaiser, he went to the mid lane and Victor is in the top lane. They changed the roles. I don't know about the matchups, but for a moment we have priority in the top lane with that grass. It's almost the same in the mid lane. So for a moment we are finding 2 kills in Lee Sin. So he's right now in a big advantage for this early game.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Gragas is just able to shove the wave underneath into Victor. Galio right now also has priority. Lee Sin and Talia crossing mid lane at the same time for their jungle clears. They're gonna be looking for, Lee Sin's gonna be looking for this bottom scuttle crab.
I think that for a moment Gragas is okay in the top lane, but with more time I think that this is gonna be a tough matchup for Gragas. Be careful with this because Talia is in the top lane. Gragas is still having flash. He should be fine. Be careful with the W. That was a great flash by Gragas. So he escaped and we are fighting the top lane. And I think that he's gonna suffer right now because he has to go back. He's gonna maybe lose some minions. He has the teleport, but that was a great move with that flash from Bandit Boy.
Absolutely. Talia looking to go up early on the gank, trying to scrap for what they can find right now. Meanwhile, we have Lee Sin in the bot lane going ahead to clear that bottom scuttle. Meanwhile, Talia still hasn't gotten her red.
Pink or support. He's with Ignite, so maybe he's gonna try to be more aggressive with that Ignite, because for example Nautilus they have Exhaust and Barrier in Kaling, so let's see how they are gonna try to play this bot lane. Meanwhile we have Taliyah farming, and Lee Sin, he haven't shown up for a moment, so let's see if
It looks like Talia's going back top. She's looking on this Gragas because his flash is down. She's gonna be able to flash in. She's gonna miss her W to knock him up. Gragas is just gonna be able to walk out.
Great
These
move by
small
Gragas.
plays are great for Indiana Tech because
Got the Galio. Galio is
Siena
coming
Heights
down.
isn't able to get any ground back, and you're right, David. Galio with the roam on top lane. He's gonna be able to land a taunt on Talia, and Galio with Gragas taking down Talia. Wonderful combination and follow up by the mid lane on Indiana Tech.
Great move by Galio. He went all the way from the river. So great move, another assist and another kill for Gragas, and we have the first 3 kills. So we are gonna be a bit ahead to get those boots. We are already with 1 point to get those.
Absolutely. I assume Indiana Tech's Lee Sin Bo is gonna look for a bottom gank here if he can, and then look towards Cloud. But Talia is also pounding towards bot. We may have a 3v3 here soon, ladies and gentlemen. No. Lee Sin is gonna go ahead and pan back up towards top.
I think that we are gonna try to do the same that we did in the last week and all of this previous week. We are prioritizing the boy crabs. So
Yeah.
I think that Lee Sin is gonna get into those boy crabs. And yes, Talia is in the dragon. Maybe kill here.
Bragg is almost finishing off the victor, but he's gonna walk out with his life because they saw Lee Sin going to the top lane to get Void Grubs. Siena Heights is taking advantage and taking down the Cloud Drag. That's the first drag, ladies and gentlemen, while Indiana Tech takes the Void Grubs.
We have a trade, as you said already, and right now with that kill, Gragas is going very strong. Because of this,
Galio's gonna be able to get a taunt on this Talia. Talia's gonna get instantly control alt deleted. Meanwhile, Ral on a roam with the Galio follow-up on the ult. Are they gonna be able to finish? Lee Sin hits the Q and executes Mordekaiser. Indiana Tech, ladies and gentlemen, making plays from dust.
another kill for Lee Sin. He's 4-0 already in 7 minutes and a half. He's 4-0 already, and I mean I like it a lot. Red Boss with that Galio, he's playing so good. He's being very smart with those rotations, and I mean they are not expecting all moves. I mean they are not even seeing Lee Sin. They saw Lee Sin 2 times and he got 4 kills.
Yeah. No, I mean, their vision game is incredible right now. Siena Heights needs to figure out some sort of battle plan to crawl back in, because right now, Indiana Tech is racing away.
And right now, Talia is in a very tough point, because when you, with all of these champs, AP champs, and more in the jungle, when you get behind, it's gonna be very difficult to recover from that. So right now, Talia is in a very bad spot, and Lee Sin right now is in a very good spot, and he could carry all the game. He has already the first item. He has the Eclipse already, so
Absolutely. Indiana
right now
Tech is going to be playing. Whoa! And a huge combo coming out from Bandit Boy Goragus in the top lane. He is saucing that boy up.
I say that, and right now, watching this, for the enemy team, Gragas ban is mandatory. They cannot leave the Gragas open.
You're
because
exactly right, Dave. They're learning the hard way.
He did the same last week. He was doing like amazing combos, proxy farming like he's doing right now, and 100% they are not gonna leave the grass for the next game. I think, in my opinion, I think it was a mistake to bring that Victor against Gragas, but he took the advantage with that kill, and we are seeing now that he's way ahead, and it's gonna be very difficult for the enemy team to control that grass.
Yeah, Gragas has complete control top lane, even proccing the wave. Mordekaiser trying to walk up and challenge, but humbly has to go back top. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, Galio's gonna land a taunt with a Lee Sin follow-up. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stop looking at this screen for a moment, because if I do it, I'm gonna miss Indiana Tech making big plays.
You are completely right. Lee Sin with another amazing Q, Galio with another perfect stun. I mean, we are 5k ahead.
And in the top lane, we have a 2v1 right now with Gragas. Galio's gonna be able to follow up, chucking his ultimate out. Lee Sin's gonna be looking for more here if he lands a Q.
We can dive this. They are very low, and we are gonna dive this.
Raid Boss just said, screw it, we're going in. Flash, taunt, taking down Mordekaiser, and Talia's gonna be able to ult away. Oh my goodness.
Amazing performance for a moment. A0, 5k goal advantage. We are way ahead from Siena Heights. So for a moment, this is a nightmare for the enemy team. And Talia, I don't know what she's doing, but
oh my goodness, Galio's just running them down. Rel giving a little bit of BM. Siena, wake up. Where'd you go?
they are trolling. This move was troll, and like I said, this is a nightmare for Siena Heights right now. If I were them, I would go to sleep straight after this game. So,
in the words of Tyler 1, FF15, all respect.
look at that. He's poking, waiting for his ultimate to do another combo and to kill again the enemy top laner. He has a lot of damage. Be careful with this trade in the bot lane.
Right now, for Siena Heights and Indiana Tech, bot lane is on a different island right now. Both of them practically even, with Nautilus having one death.
I think they are gonna dive in the bot lane.
Really close farm. It's almost like they're playing a different game.
Good move, very smart from all bot lane, because if they stay in that situation, they will dive to that Corki. So that was smart by Ice Baby. And Raid Boss is here in the bot lane. I don't know, we have already the dragon up. It's an Infernal Dragon. So let's see if we are gonna try to do something with that dragon, and if we are gonna have a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Indiana Tech is going to be all over this dragon. We already have 6 Void Grubs. Let's see how Indiana Tech sets up the stage for this next dragon, and if Siena Heights is going to even try to compete for it. If I'm Siena Heights right now, I'm looking to make plays somewhere else, because I don't want to fight anyone on Indiana Tech's team.
They can't fight anyone in Indiana Tech right now. So have to be smart now with our moves, because it's true that we are way ahead from Siena Heights, but we have shutdowns, so we have to be careful with all of that gold that we could give to the enemy team. We are gonna get this Infernal Dragon, and with this, if I'm not wrong, we are gonna have the boots. So another thing, another plus for our team, which is gonna help to our team.
It looks like Talia was trying to make a play around topside while Indiana Tech took Drag, but she is not able to find anything. Drag is playing wonderfully.
Victor is down, we are killing in the mid lane. I mean, we cannot even see this. I mean, it's crazy, we are deleting them. It's crazy.
I did not expect this.
10-0, we are gonna get all the plates in the mid lane. I mean, the plates are not even down. Like, we are still having the plates. We are getting plates in the top lane. The 4 plates that we can get, we are getting them. That is a lot of gold, and the same in the mid lane. I mean, this is being crazy. This is being an amazing performance by Indiana Tech.
Yeah, as of right now, all the lanes are still just going to continue to play in lane because they're winning every single one of them. Bot lane is even right now, but that doesn't necessarily matter for Indiana Tech as far as they're ahead on everywhere else. So they're just going to continue to play bot, farm up, trust their top mid and lane to continue to carry this game, secure objectives, and push to win. At this point, Indiana Tech just doesn't want to overstep and make drastic plays. They just need to continue to play cool, calm, collected, methodical gameplay.
For a moment, you are completely right. I think if we stay playing in this way, if we are smart with all of these moves, I think that with the time we are gonna get this win.
Galio's looking mid, landing an easy taunt on this Victor. Victor, with nowhere to go, is just going to die.
Nah, there is no way we have a lot of damage. I mean, that was close. That was close for Gragas. That was a great move by Mordekaiser because that was a very good combo with that ultimate. They are trying to get this tower.
And Galio is going to be able to TP bot Relic, pre-engaging. Beautiful. Talia's going to flash out of the taunt to try to survive. Galio's going to hit his ear to the wall. Very possible.
Mordekaiser is coming.
Rel's going to hit it. And we have a Kalen all looking for Corky. He's going to get a barrier to protect himself.
Bandit Boy is here in the bot lane, so maybe we are gonna have a kill here in this Mordekaiser. They are in Mordekaiser ultimate, so he's gonna die right now. Another kill for Great Boss. This was a great try by the enemy team. This was close. Ice Baby with that Corky, he almost got down. That was a very good barrier, but I mean, we are way ahead. We are still ahead, so we are very strong right now. That was a great move by Great Boss, a great rotation. So this is worth it for us all day. Another turret, and we have already three of them. So we are one step ahead from Siena Heights. Meanwhile, Bo was not even in the fight. He was in the Herald. So imagine if Bo was in that fight.
Right. Absolutely. It looks like the Rift Herald is up right now. Indiana Tech's going to be prioritizing it, taking it down. I would assume that they're going to look to play this mid lane. Right now, Lee Sin and Galio chasing down the Victor, and Galio's going to be able to flash and get a taunt on Victor. Victor's getting chunked out. Lee Sin trying to follow up. He's going to be able to land E and R. Galio continuing to follow up. Lee landing another Q on this. Talia saying, where are you going, boy?
That was a great move by Bo. I mean, Bo is playing right now a Korean Lee Sin. I mean, this is...
And Lee Sin completely trolls the Rift Herald Lay.
Yeah, he's going crazy. I mean, that's a lot of damage for that Lee Sin. 802. And they're gonna try to defend this turret, but I think this is gonna be very difficult. Careful with this Bo, he's a driver.
Bandit Boy and Rel making plays on the bot lane.
What is
Lee Sin's gonna go in mid instead and taking it around downtown.
What is Bo
looking
doing?
for mid tower as well.
What is Bo doing?
Bo's having a little fun out here.
Great flash. That was a big weird by Bo.
He's playing Minecraft creative mode.
he thought that he was in the Formula 1 or something, like trying to drive a car or something like that, trying to go like turret to turret. But I mean, he didn't die, so it's all good. He's fine.
Caitlyn looking to get some damage out here. She hasn't been doing much all game.
Careful with this.
Now we're gonna follow up on Nautilus. Ult on this Lee Sin. Are they going to be able to finish him? Victor ulting, Eing everything, and Bo just kicks him back into his own team.
There's no
Gragas follow up. Now they're chasing down Nautilus. What looked like a good play for Siena Heights just actually sent them to their own death.
There is no way what we are doing here. I mean, Bo has a lot of damage. Great follow up by Galio. That was very important to follow up in this fight. And I mean, 19 minutes I don't think that this is gonna be more than 25. Not gonna lie. Another dragon for us. I think this is a mountain dragon. So I don't know if we are gonna get this soul, but I mean, we saw in this fight they were more than us. I think it was a 5v3 at the start or something like that. Maybe they were more people at the start, and we were still winning the fight. So I mean, this means that we are one step ahead from the enemy team. So this is gonna be very difficult for Siena Heights.
At this point, you gotta feel something for Siena Heights right now.
Yeah.
They are pulling a donut. Indiana Tech acing them 18-0. Almost 10k plus gold ahead. At this point, David, if you're Siena Heights, what's going through your head right now?
Look at this. This was and another kill on that victories 0-7.
At this point, Siena Heights is just trying to keep their mental
Atacan.
looking towards the next game. How are they going to respond to a 19-0, and it looks like they might get their first tower?
I mean, if I were right now Siena Heights, you know, I will get the keyboard and I will leave it, waiting for the next game, you know, and I will go, you know, to get a bottle of water or something like that, you know, to recover from this game and try to think in the next game, because right now we have the Guardian Angel. I mean, I think that we can finish. I think that we can end in this play. Not gonna lie, I think we are gonna get a fight here, we are gonna kill them, and we are gonna win the game.
David with the call.
They are not listening to me, but they are going to buy. They are going to buy right now to go back and then kill them. Exactly.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, it's at when they choose to end. I assume that they might wait for Baron, but at the same time, they did just kill Atakan. So they can make some spicy play calls here to try to make something happen, because at the end of the day, they're just going to get rezzed. Thank you, Riot.
The next round is coming in 3 minutes. The Baron Nashor. Be careful with this, with Bandit Boy. That's a lot of damage. Only with the ultimate. Boy is coming.
Oh, what was that?
Galio's coming and another kill.
At this point, there's not much to comment on, just witness.
Another 2 kills. I don't know. I hope that we try to end right now, but I mean, they cannot do anything. There was a great flash.
Yeah,
a great
that was
combo.
the E-Flash cancel combo knock up into a slam.
Boy is trying to kill. Boy is getting the kill. Bandit Boy is getting the kill. Kaylin cannot do anything. Kaylin has no damage. And Victor with a 0-7 KDA record. What is he gonna do? They cannot do anything. 2 people defending 5. This team. Boy is
Elliot
coming.
looking for more. He said, Caitlyn, you're standing too close.
Be careful with this. We are 2v3 right now. Careful with this. We are still having the Guardian Angel. They are gonna get all kills on us right now, but they have all the base open right now. So this was a kind of a smart movement by Indiana Tech, because they were still having the Guardian Angel. You know, they are not giving shutdowns. I mean, so that was smart. This is the moment with that Guardian Angel, with that Atakan, to overextend. You know, to do all of these things.
Absolutely.
There is no something bad that can happen to us after that. So this was smart, and now we are gonna try to maybe do it again. But this tour, we are way ahead. We are 23-0, more than 10k.
At this point, I'm
Ahead.
like rooting for Indiana Tech not to
13K.
die once. If we die once, it's considered an L in my mind. It's not going to be the same.
Let's see what we are gonna do right now. I mean, the drone is coming. I don't know if we are gonna try to make it, but it seems that we are gonna try to get that turret in the middle lane. And I mean, they're not gonna defend this. There's no way. Killing right now is making negative damage, you know, so there's no way. I mean,
Indiana Tech having big Godzilla vibes right now, if you know what I mean. Feeling unstoppable.
they cannot defend
They're
this.
just going to
It's
be able
very
to walk
difficult.
this down here soon while these waves crash.
I think we are going to drown. We are trying to be.
Going back to play get some dragon, do a little PvE at this point.
Maybe we are gonna try to bring some patience to the game, because I mean it's minute 24. You know, we are thinking about finishing in minute 24. So you know what does this mean? What this means? I mean, this is crazy. Like 24, saying, "Oh, we should finish. We should finish." It's minute 25.
You know, at this point, they're just trying to let Siena Heights soak in it. Soaking in the donut of a game on the first round. What more of a statement could you say right now, other than score?
There's nothing to say for this game. Like, let's see if we are gonna try to do. Oh, this was smart, because as we are seeing right now, the Baron was coming up right now, was spawning right now. So the Baron is gonna be maybe the most important thing to end the game. And we are gonna have a fight here. We are gonna kill that Mordekaiser maybe. Also, this Nautilus is gonna die. Great ultimate by Gragas, and 3 players down. Killing is still alive. Victor is still alive, but I think that we are not gonna. They are not gonna be able to defend this. Right now it's a 5v2, and right now, as we said, I think this is the moment that we are gonna finish the game, right?
Absolutely, David. At this point, I'm just soaking this game in the gameplay. It's fun being able to watch people on champions be so high above and just do
Engage, out of damage
while the other team can't do anything. You know, it's just something to witness as Indiana Tech closes the game on Siena Heights 28-0.
I mean, no words. What? What is this?
We're just leaving. We've said enough towards the end of that game. I mean, from beginning to end, Indiana Tech's playmaking, there doesn't need to be much of a recap. At this point, Siena Heights needs to just go back to the drawing board, pull out a really big whiteboard, and start making plans right now for this next game. Second of all, they need to deject that last game. They need to get that mental.
I will be mental right now.
The mental boom, I could only imagine on Siena Heights end right now. I can't even imagine what their casters are talking about right now.
Imagine that we are right now the Siena Heights casters. What would you say?
I would just be like,
I will get.
I'd be looking at it.
I will
like
get this.
David.
I will get this, and it will go home. No.
I wouldn't have anything to say other than wake up, let's go next play. Indiana Tech just brought it to us and shoved it down our throats.
I mean, no. How can you, if you are the coach of Siena Heights, what would you say to the team right now?
I would say,
come on,
all
guys,
that matters is the next game. That's the only thing
come on, guys, we can.
say.
Come on, guys, we can win the next game. Don't worry about this game.
Don't worry about the last game.
Can we check, please, if they are gonna come for the next game? Can we check that, please? I think we are gonna have a very fast break before the second game. It's a BO3, so if we win the next game, we will win this game, this whole game. So we are gonna have a break right now, and we will be right back for the second game.
Welcome back, Indiana Tech watchers and Siena Heights viewers who are currently in the dumps right now after that stomp. 28-0, 26-minute game. What are we looking for in this next game, David?
I don't even know. I would like to have another stomp, not gonna lie, but you have to be careful now. You have to play the game because it's a completely different game. It's true that we come from a stomp, as you said, but let's see what we have. We already have the draft here, and we are banning the same. We are banning Poppy, Velvet, and Maokai, the same, and they are banning Wukong. They want to leave the Wukong up. Gragas and Jax. two picks, Jinx for our team and Corki and Viego for the enemy team. I hope, or I guess that this Viego is the enemy jungler is better with this Viego than the previous Taliyah.
Yeah, Indiana Tech getting their Jinx comfort pick on the ADC. Looks like Siena Heights is gonna take the Corki this round. I think that's a pretty smart pick by them. Corki overall, this meta especially, is a strong pick. Coming out with the Viego versus Graves, that's gonna be an interesting matchup. As we know, Viego can really snowball. All it takes is a few small plays, a few resets on the ultimate, and Viego's a big bad boy. Now, Mbessa for Indiana Tech, great top laner pick. I would assume that she's gonna go that tanky fighter build, and Siena Heights is gonna respond with a Karma support pick. She's pretty, just like an ordinary support pick, I would assume, and also say because you get a little bit of casting poke, you get a little peel and a stun. Nothing game changer though in that support pick. They're just gonna try to focus on keeping this Corki alive.
Yeah, I would say that Karma is gonna have a lot of poke for our team, for our board lane. So I wanna see our support, and Graves I think is a good response for that Viego because of the range. So maybe one of the best junglers that you can play against Viego is the Wukong because of the W, but I think Graves, because of the range and because of the dash that he has, is a great response to that Viego.
I agree. Graves has great passive overall MR and armor, but not leaving out the damage. I'm really excited to see Bo on Graves here. I think he's going to make a lot of great plays all across the board. We even saw a little bit of it from the previous game. Speaking of the previous game really quick, Indiana Tech's MVP based off of the stats was Raid Boss. Jared Barber bringing in the MVP off of that stomp from last game. There you see him right there with those beautiful glasses on. Great well-cut beard, locked in for this next game.
And we have Tankent in the enemy team. Something that I wanna bring something, and is that these last weeks, for example in Europe and also in Korea, I don't know about here in America, but we are seeing the Karma top lane. They play it. I don't know if they are able to play it here, but I don't know, I wanna see it. But Tankent is still being a flex pick because Karma could go as a support, Tankent also, and then they could go in the top lane too. So I want to see that. I think it's gonna be Karma support because it's difficult to play Karma in the top lane, and Tankent top lane, and we are responding with that Nami to be with that Jinx, Lissandra in the mid lane, and they are responding with Akali. I don't know about this matchup, Akali against Lissandra, but I don't know, do you know something about this matchup?
Yeah. So Lissandra and Akali is going to be an interesting mechanic game right here. I have Lissandra winning this in regard to her lockdown on Akali. She's going to be able to root her and then also ult her at any point in time, no matter Akali's mobility, which really counters Akali, because if you have a gank with like Graves coming in as well, you get a root, you get a follow-up ultimate. Akali's not going to be able to do much other than try to dash out, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing that happen. With that being said though, Akali has a great high skill capacity of outplaying, so we could see a baller game coming out from SHU. I wouldn't count him out. With that being said, Tom Kent right now is a menace. Boy oh boy, just from my solo queue experience, that frog, his catfish, whatever you want to call it, makes plays happen. He's tanky, does damage, has great utility with his ultimate. Let's see how Siena Heights utilizes him.
They have I will name it as an annoying draft with that poking, with that Karma, Tankens, very tank, and with that Viego who could do a lot of snowball. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like a lot our draft. The good thing is that we know that our team is good with Graves and Besa. We remember that play from Bandit Boy in the Atacam 2 weeks ago. So I wanna watch this game, but the only thing is that our draft, I don't know what you think, but I don't think that we don't have a very good front lane. The only tanky that we can have is Ambessa.
Yeah. No, and I see it definitely what you're talking about. If I'm taking an analysis of both of these team comps right now, Siena Heights has great engaged potential with Viego, with Tom Kench, with Akali. All three of those. Not only that, they have great peel as well, considering Tom Kench's R, Karma's speed up, heal, shield, Corki, Akali, all having mobility. So Siena Heights here on their draft has a good adaptable team comp to engage and disengage. Whereas Indiana Tech, I see a lot more just mainly engage focused. Nami does have some peel potential with her ultimate, with her bubble, but for the most part, Lissandra's going in, ulting. Ambessa's going in looking for a pick, ulting. Nami's gonna follow up with that tidal wave, and they're gonna look for Jinx to get her passive procking and really getting her going. I think that's the key for Indiana Tech here overall. Graves, we want him to carry the mid to early game concerning damage. Let Jinx scale, get that let Jinx get the on-hit damage items going, and then I think from then on out they're gonna be able to take the win. Corki does a lot of good damage late game, but I don't think it's gonna keep up with Jinx's on hit. Now it's all gonna come down to positioning, who gets one engage and what pick on from there. But that's kind of my analysis of both of these team comps in a short summary.
I think that our draft is to make an stomp. I think it's a less utility team, and I think we are trying to stomp the game. We have a lot of damage, less utility, like less ultimates, as Gragas, for example, to disengage,
right,
something control, like that. But we're trying to stomp, you know, to go 1v1 and to win every lane.
Great point, especially with that Ambessa. 100%.
I think it's what I feel with these champs, because Graves is not an utility jungler. It was the same with Lee Sin, but for example Ambessa is the same, Jinx is the same, Lissandra with the ultimate has maybe some utility, but you know what I'm saying? Do you get it? Like, for example, it's not the same this than having a Maokai, for example.
Right.
A lot of utility.
A Maokai or a Malphite, just a straight up CC engage.
Vi, for example, another jungle with a lot of utility.
Right.
Wukong, the same. You know? So I think we are trying to stun the game, and I think we are gonna get into a game, but we are gonna get a very fast break before the game, and we will be right back for this second game against Siena Heights.
Indiana Tech could create a lot of spacing there. Looks like Dorian will be facing mid, putting his turret down. Well, with the aggressive pushes on B again. Sitting behind that pillar. If Indiana Tech remembers from last time, he is standing right there.
No. They don't know what the heat is.
Lord Smiling looks like he's going to be pushing up a little bit with his wall. He gets flashed.
Yeah. He did get Lord Smiling, but he did quite damage here. Lord Smiling has to stay alive, but he doesn't.
Oh, Geo gets him.
But Bacon will trade off with Geo.
And honestly, that's probably a good trade there. Taking out Carthage's top frag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really good for them.
But you also lose Harborough in this fight.
That's true.
And it is his final round, so let's see where Indiana Tech wants to take this. They are going. Looks like they are going to give up A here, and Indiana Tech does have a good read here.
I have the spike.
And it looks like Bacon is going to be picking up on that spike and getting to A as fast as possible. Dorino in the enemy backline. He might have been spotted by that breach. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. use.
It looks like Bunny is going to be using KJ ult here. Indiana Tech has to back out because of that KJ ult. Dorino with a good pick there on Jawa. Unfortunately gets taken out himself as well.
Indiana Tech has to go now. Its time is almost out. There goes Bunny, but it's only Bacon left. He doesn't have time to plant.
A lot of trades back and forth, and Indiana Tech will unfortunately be losing this round, bringing us to the end of the first half.
Yeah, 10-2, which is kind of rough for Indiana Tech, but
Very rough for Indiana Tech. Also very rough that they weren't able to use 3 ultimates. Because Harbor got taken out early, and then Dorino had a good flank, but got taken out in the process, and I guess Bacon was just not able to get his ult off either.
yeah.
So just kind of unfortunate that they died with that much utility, and we're not able to use it.
Let's see if Indiana Tech can defend this. Looks like Carnage is going to rush A here.
Bacon is going to get a recon dart out here on B, but it looks like he will be scanning nothing.
Yeah.
But of course, he doesn't know that. It's what you're, I mean, it's a good thing to do. You're getting that recon out.
Yeah. The fight going out on A here.
Void Lord gets the opening pick on Geo, but Jawa gets 2.
I one of these.
And now Carthage has complete control over A. Only losing 1 person in the process, and they're just gonna get plant off just like that.
Yeah. Indiana Tech are going fast here.
No PK.
Here comes some smokes here by Clove. Bacon going backside, about to meet that Clove.
I think he doesn't know.
Oh, very unfortunate. Jawa for 3. And it looks like Carthage just had the upper hand there.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate there for Indiana Tech. You hate to see when your team has them right in their crosshairs, but there's a smoke there and they can't see him through the crosshair or through the smokes. And there's just nothing that they can do. It's very unfortunate. Let's see what Indiana Tech has in store here. It looks like Carthage is going to be swapping to B.
Yeah.
Okay, they are going to be 5-stacking B. It looked like a couple of them might have been thinking about going mid, but they are going to be 5-stacking B here.
It looks like they want rushers. Are used by Bacon. He will at least there's some people there on B.
He just doesn't know how many. And honestly, it would be good. Yep, there's the Koro rotate, and it looks like Lord Smiling is going to be, or Void Lord, sorry.
It looks like Indiana Tech are matching the spectrum here. Down goes Lord Smiling.
Bacon.
Down goes Bacon.
2 of Indiana Tech's being taken out here.
Last player
Dorino
standing.
does get a pick, but it's all down to Void Lord now. Carthage just now planting.
Spike
See
planted.
what Boiler can do here. It's going to be very hard to retake.
They spot him.
Yeah. And he it's tough to see, to be honest. Once we got his shots.
Yeah, whiffing all your shots definitely does not feel good.
Match point.
Not a lot he could have done in that scenario, but it still doesn't feel good to miss that many shots in a row.
And now we're down to match point here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back into game 2 between Indiana Tech and Siena Heights. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
I think I'm ready,
Let's
yes.
go. Let's go. We
I
did
wanna
have a
see
little
this
bit of a technical difficulty. Siena Heights computer crashed. But with that being said, we're just gonna roll back right in.
We're not having an invade for this game. I get that. I wouldn't do that after the previous game.
Yeah. I mean, this is the question. How is Siena Heights going to respond? We're really going to see their mental fortitude right here, right now. This is going to let other teams know as well when they face Siena Heights. If they just stomp them, you know, what is Siena Heights going to do?
We are seeing this right now. The bot lane is going to the mid lane. They are doing swap lanes. This is very difficult to see in these kind of games. So we are seeing the Karma and the Corki coming in the mid lane, Akali going top, and Tanked going to a bot lane. So
What?
they are trying to do something different. So right now we have to see if they are gonna be able to make it. I wanna see this game. This is gonna be a weird game. It's different. We see all of these swap lanes in professional games, in all of the competitive leagues. So let's see how are we
Siena
gonna-
Heights really pulling a rabbit out of the hat here. Let's see if it's true.
It's true that I don't know how this is gonna work with this trade with Kali, but I don't know who is better holding the line, or Tankens or Lissandra, because Tankens is more tanky, but
Right.
Lissandra has more damage to clean all of the waves.
I agree with you
What's up with
there. It
this
looks like
trade?
Bandit Boy is putting a little bit of a stomp on Cat Gen top lane. Cat Digen. Tom Kench is really going to struggle last sitting under tower.
Because right now,
And Lissandra is going to be able to have better wave clear, like you just said. I personally do not agree with this Siena Heights call at all. Let's
Nope.
see if it works out. for
one
him.
plate already for Jinx. Because who do you prefer with plates, Corki or Jinx?
Yeah, I'm gonna prefer Jinx because of her on-hit items. In
Exactly.
my opinion, it's going to do a lot more damage and have better scalability.
Yeah, that's why. And right now, Karma is going top lane. I don't know what they are doing, but Tankens cannot clean all the waves in the same way that Lissandra, for example. Lissandra can clean faster the waves. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be more difficult to Corki to get the plates. And right now, we see that Jinx has already one plate. So for me,
Great
this was
points,
a
absolutely.
mistake from the enemy team, from Siena Heights. So let's see what they are gonna do right now. It
Now, it
seems that
looks
Karma
like-
is going to top lane, or we don't know. We're
Yeah,
gonna
with
see
that
now.
being said, the support is able to help his jungle out
Careful in
with
the
some
mid
of
lane.
these
We are gonna have fight in the
objectives.
mid lane. Oh, we are good. We remove bad raid boss. He's out the Viego. Be careful with this Viego because he could go bot lane. This will be a 2v2. Yes, we see Karma, as you said.
Right, but even with Viego going bot lane to gank, they're putting themselves at risk because they won't have numbers.
Yeah.
Unless Karma's going to be able to roam. The way that I see Siena Heights with this strategy working is if they had like a mobility support like Bard or Pike. Someone who is just constantly going to be helping support the jungle that they have. Karma isn't really that type of pick.
Yeah, and to do all of these swap lanes, you have to be sure of doing it. You have to know how it's done, because if you don't, you could make a big mistake, because if you don't know how it works exactly, this swap lane, it could be very difficult to you, to that team, to take advantage of that swap lanes. And I see that they don't know too much about these swap lanes, so for me, I think this is not being worth it for Siena Heights.
Yeah, it looks like Siena Heights is going to be going for that first dragon. They do have priority mid. With that being said, Indiana Tech has priority bot lane, but Graves is top. So Graves is probably going to play for the Void Grubs, and Indiana Tech is going to give over the first dragon to Siena Heights.
Yeah, you are completely right. The boy crabs are coming in 27 seconds, and the only difference, as we said, is not worth it. Look at that Ambessa and that Tankens, all the minions. 42
Great
against
damage coming out
21.
from Ambessa in the top lane. Top lane's gonna have priority right here. Lissandra has priority mid. She's posing up to get vision here. She knows that Viego might be coming to the Void Grubs.
Level 6 for Ambessa. This is gonna be important if you are gonna have a fight here.
Looks like Zakali is gonna back, but Corki's gonna take her place top lane to be able to clear this wave.
We are getting the boy crabs, 3 boy crabs for us. Nami is covering all the zone, Lissandra too. Karma is going top lane with Corki right now. They are switching. Be careful with this. Ultimate.
Ambessa's gonna look to engage on the Karma, ulting straight into her. He
Lissandra's
doesn't
coming.
even care. Lissandra's right there to follow up, ulting, locking down the Corki. Is Corki gonna be able to get out? And he is going to go down. First blood to Indiana Tech.
Let's go. Great move by Nami. Great Q. And first kill to Ambessa. Great move. Great damage.
Oh!
That was a great move. 2 by Pink. Boys here trying.
Karma gonna have to look to run out of here. Is anyone gonna be able to get caught out? No, Indiana Tech's just gonna walk this out.
Akali is coming and Tankens is alone in the ball lane. Be careful with this.
on.
They have vision on
They
this.
do have vision. Viego's gonna flash engage. Bo's gonna have to flash out. Akali's looking to engage Lissandra with a great root counter. They're walking together now, trying to peel back, trying to survive. Viego's gonna look, but Graves is gonna be able to flash out. Lissandra's gonna be able to get CC on Akali. Akali's not gonna die, but Nami goes down from the Corki. Great response from Siena Heights.
Yeah, that was a weird back from our team, and I think we are gonna see a kill here to that Akali. Boys
Looks
ready.
like Jinx is really stepping up here, trying to make a play.
Corki making a lot of damage. Great stunned by Red Boss, and Corki is down. Another kill, and the first kill for Jinx. This is a very good news for our team. Every kill on Jinx is good for a team, and this was a
Absolutely.
1v1.
Absolutely. Siena Heights capitalizing on their vision there. Next time, Indiana Tech has to be wary. Siena Heights was staring at them the whole time, waiting for one or two of Indiana Tech's people to go through on the back and then engaging in.
And it's true that this is the first kill for Siena Heights in the whole game, right?
Yeah, out of
The
the
first
whole
time that
series,
they-
it is their first kill for Siena Heights.
Great for them. Congratulations.
Already, we're seeing progress.
For the moment, one killing Ambessa, one killing Jinx. And we see another swap to that Tankent. Right now he's in top lane facing Lissandra. We're having the bot lane in the mid lane. We have the support and the ADC in the mid lane. Diego and Graves, they are both in their blue sides, and Akali against that Ambessa in the bot lane.
Ooh, Akali looking and trying to do something here, and Betsa's getting some counter damage out on her. He's saying, step up, talk to me. Oh! And Betsa's gonna land the ultimate on the Akali! Akali gonna get out! Solo kill from
Let's go.
Indian Attack!
What a great move by Bandit
Boom!
Boy. Another kill for SS, baby.
Great ult from Nami looking on the Karma, but they're not
That-
gonna be able to finish.
That was so close in the mid lane. But I mean, what a kill for Ambessa. Solo kill to Akali.
Absolutely.
The skill champ. Kill on you. Great move. And Bandit Boy again showing skills. With 100 gold shutdown. Boy is trying to poke a bit the enemy team, and he's going back.
Now we do have Void Grubs coming up in 22 seconds and Cloud Drake coming in 15. Let's see what Indiana Tech and Siena Heights decide to do here with both of these objectives coming up.
Great point. By K means we had the boy crabs and the dragon coming, and I think we are gonna try to fight this dragon.
Diego's walking up. He doesn't have vision.
Oof,
Oh,
that was lucky. He didn't even know
Indiana Tech
that they were
looking
there.
for a little cheeky cheese there. Siena Heights playing smart.
Great move. We have the dragon. Diego is going straight to the boy crabs, and I think we are gonna try to fight this.
Absolutely, Indiana Tech rushing up there. Not trying to give Siena Heights any foothold here.
This is a 44. Kill on Karma.
Ooh! And we just missed it, but Lissandra and Indiana Tech are going to be able to lock down Karma.
And we are gonna have 5 boy crabs for our team. The only gold one, so we have we don't have the neutral counting as a neutral objective, but we have the 5 boy crabs. So this is a very good news for our team, because we are gonna be able to fight and we are gonna be able to push the turrets more easy.
Absolutely.
We are still having the ADC and the support for each team in the mid lane. The top laners are in the bot lane, Bandit Boy and the enemy Akali from Siena Heights, and Lissandra and Tankens in the top lane.
Yeah, and Bessa finishing an item. Same with Jinx. No one on Siena Heights has an item finished yet. The attack, pay attention to the itemization here. Definitely gonna look for some plays, even with the objectives down.
Lissandra is going very strong for a moment. She has 4 mehais, so Lissandra is gonna be
Sandra also finished an item, Malignance.
yeah, and Lissandra is gonna be a very important champion for this game, I think. And the point, this is something more difficult to understand, but the point, be careful with this trade, but the point of having the bot lanes in the mid lane is to have them close to the neutral objectives, so they can join to the fights, for example in the boy crabs. So that's important to know, and maybe that's the reason, because we have the ADC and the support in the middle, so they can rotate more easy to those boy crabs or to the Rift Herald, and they can also rotate to the dragon.
Siena Heights playing slow here, just playing together, looking to get this void.
I think we're gonna try to do something in the bot lane. I think we're gonna try to dive.
Yeah, it looks like Invest is just gonna go ahead and engage because of Graves' pressure. Akali's forced to push up and out.
She's very low.
Protection.
That was close.
Bandit Boy looking for the final blow off of his ultimate, but Akali gets out.
Yeah, that was a great move by Akali. But it's worse because we are getting the plates, and it's more gold for Ambessa, for Bandit Boy. No, it seems that he's backing.
Yeah, he's
not
backing.
getting the,
Akali's gonna be able to TP in there to defend the tower.
Yeah. We are still having that Lissandra and then...
Ooh! So a little bit of a potential there from Jinx landing W. She's getting some good damage out.
Yeah. Jinx is gonna be very strong too in the late game because of that kill. So this is gonna be a very important win condition for Indiana Tech Warriors. We had the next dragon coming in 123.
Yep. With the Rift Herald coming in 125. Another split objective base decision here. Who is gonna go for what? Now we do see Bandit Boy going in. Viego's here to kind of help out. Counter Bandit Boy's gonna flash out of the stun. And that's gonna get him out of the situation. Beautiful flash.
Yeah, great flash, because Karma was coming too, so it was a 3v1. So that was almost, if Viego is hitting that W, that stunt, that will be almost 100% sure a kill for the enemy team.
Now, Bow pathing bot lane towards the dragon. It looks like they want to prioritize it instead of the Rift Herald. Siena Heights doing the same, working together to get Vision out, trying to make some sort of call and play based off of it.
I don't know if we are gonna try to fight in these objectives, but we are 5k, almost 5k gold ahead. So maybe this will be a very good spot to fight, because we have more damage than them.
Absolutely, and I think Siena Heights realizes that, so they're moving up towards the Rift Herald. They're kind of like, hey, you can have Dragon, we'll take Rift Herald.
It seems that they are gonna
get whatever they can at this point.
Yeah, it seems that we are gonna get the dragon, and we're gonna try to get plates in the top lane.
Ooh, go top lane. It looks like Bandit Boy are looking to engage on the Karma. Karma's gonna have to get ulted out and saved by the Tomcat. Whoa!
Ooh, great flash. Great flash, that was close.
Jinx taking a little cheeky 1v1 against Corky, almost lost her life, but she does get out with it.
Be careful with this, Bandit Boy, you don't have a flash. Be careful with this, with the flash. Be careful with this, Bandit Boy is escaping. That was great. They have 4 players in the top lane, so we need to take advantage of this somehow.
Yeah, they see the jungler bot lane right now, so they're just gonna go ahead and force Rift.
Yeah. I don't know what happened in that lane, the top lane. I don't know if we had a teleport or something, a TP, but there was only Lissandra, I think, or it was Ambessa in the top lane. They were trying to dive or something like that, and
They were
we
trying
had
to dive and they were able to turn it back, almost taking out the karma.
yeah, and then we had Lissandra, and there was a 2v3, and we almost win it. Ambessa is back in the ball lane. This has been a pretty weird game, right? Because of this top lane, it's difficult to understand everything.
Definitely been of a unorthodox Fiesta type of game.
But it's what we were saying, they need to bring something different to the game, because if they play a straight League of Legends, we are gonna stun them.
Right. Indian Attack getting a big first tier turret down in the mid lane. That's gonna open up more of the map to allow them to get more priority and vision.
Yeah, important, we had the boots again. So something else that we have for our team. We are pinging in the mid lane. Vigo is close. This is that for a moment. We are not having too much.
It looks like we have
action.
Graves and Ambessa in the bot lane looking on this Akali. Is Akali gonna be able to get out?
She has her.
Go back.
She has ultimate, so she will be fine. She used the ultimate.
She's gonna be able to get out. Yeah.
Being an Akali is very difficult to gank her because of the ultimate, and she's still having flash.
Her mobility is
so, yeah.
unreal.
Be careful with this.
No, it
This is
looks
a
like Siena
4v
Heights is down bot lane to respond, looking for a 4v2.
4v3. Nami is coming. 4v3, and we are getting the top turret, so we need to hold.
And the Rift is going to hit the bottom tier turret. What is gonna follow up?
Right. Good move.
Siena
good
Heights just looking to get the proc off of Rift Herald and walking
Good
out.
defense, because look at the top lane. What's happening
Absolutely.
in the top lane? This is no war for them.
Great point. Indian Attack making a great macro call here. Siena Heights probably needed to look for a dive there.
And another turret. Worth it for us. That was a mistake from the enemy team. They tried to get our turret, but we got theirs.
We have Dragon coming up in a minute 50.
At this point in the previous game, we have
And
already
Anakin coming up.
yeah, true. In 5 minutes.
15 seconds.
Wait.
That one.
Yeah, we had the attack and up. It is spawns in the minute 20. So yes,
Bandit
have it
Boy
up.
does have TP, and so does Akali. I'm assuming we're gonna see a
with
fight
this,
here with two
Raid Boss.
TPs. They're looking for a pick on Raid Boss. Raid Boss is gonna be able to get out.
Great move by Raid Boss. And I think we are gonna have a fight.
Bessa pushing the wave
in
under
the top.
tower. If she could get this turret here, that would be huge for Indian Attack.
Yeah. Be careful with this trade.
Oh,
Be careful with this trade. Akali has a
the
lot of
turret
damage.
is down. Now let's look back in the top lane here as we have multiple fights going on.
Ambessa is fine. They are
It
not
looks like
fighting anymore.
both trying to get good vision. Tom Kench is looking to engage on him. Siena Heights is rotating to follow up on
Good
the
Jinx,
engage.
poke.
But Jinx getting a
Good
good
poke.
and a bubble on Tom. Is Tom gonna fall? He is gonna go
Yes! Another kill on that Tankens. And very good move by
down. Bandit Boy, did he TP in? He just got melted.
That was
Bit
weird.
of a misstep from Indian Attack because of that. Viego now looking to engage on Bo, who's out on his own.
with
Lissandra and Nami peeling over. Akali looking to engage, and he just
Amazing,
gonna get
Lissandra.
melted.
3-3. This is a 3-3.
Jinx! Jinx is blocking! This is exactly what we were talking about in the draft right now. He is
Reset.
running them down. Jinx, is he looking
Keep going,
for
keep
more?
going, keep going. Oof, what a fight. Oof.
Blows
There was-
coming out from both teams, but Indian Attack.
A lot of things. We have the Dragon up and we have the Attack and up. Oh, be careful with this. I think maybe.
Oh! They're looking for this Jinx in the
Come
mid
on,
lane.
Jinx.
Corky getting some good
Viego's
damage
coming.
out. Viego's looking to flank. Jinx is gonna run right into it, but Nami gets a great heal. Jinx with the parry. The ultimate is gonna take
Come on,
him
Jinx.
down.
Reset. TP. We have a TP coming.
top catch. Is he gonna?
What is ISSB doing? What is Jinx doing? What was
Jinx,
that? What
that
was
was
that fucking?
unreal from Nami and Jinx getting the
Wow.
barrier out. It went from oh no, Jinx is dead to oh yes, thank you, Viego.
That was-
That's gonna secure his dragon.
That was so close, and we are having the dragon, as you said, and that was so close. What a great fight by Indiana Tech, and I mean, look at the goal difference, 9K for our Indiana Tech Warriors. So we are in a very good spot right now, but what a fight. I mean, that was crazy. I don't know what Ambessa did, what Bandit Boy did with that TP, but
I didn't see that
Wow.
either.
I didn't expect
know
that.
the
He
right
was-
idea, but Siena Heights was just all right there, grouped together,
That
and
was
able
weird.
to burst him down.
yeah, that was weird because he was in the boost, like in a 50% health, like waiting for what? So that was weird, and Viego got the reset. So at that point, I got scared. But I mean, having that Jinx, I mean, that was a great play and a great move by Jinx and Nami, of course,
Absolutely.
because I think that Jinx made that play because of Nami, because of that pill. So that was good for Indiana Tech. The attack is up, so I don't know if we are gonna try to push. Oh, the turret, the turret.
Looks like Indiana Tech wants to continue to have priority in the mid lane here and just gonna rotate up to Anakin.
Yeah, it seems that we are going to Atakan. Yeah, we are pinging it, and they know that we are gonna try to go there. This is gonna be the Guardian Angel. So be careful with this play. We can throw all the game in one play. So have to be careful with this. We all know the damage from the Atakan, but it seems that they are not gonna fight the Atakan.
They are not. They're gonna
Yeah.
try to look to get mid-tier tower, which
Free
isn't
Atakan.
a bad choice concerning their position.
They are trying to respond with getting some turrets, and they are getting only the bot lane turret, and they are not able to get the mid lane turret. So this is good for us. This is worth for Indiana Tech Warriors.
Absolutely. Indiana Tech, with that disgusting buff Riot made from Anakin, now has a lot of flexibility on what they want to do here.
The next round is coming in 2 and 40 seconds, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and it will be our soul. So I guess that we are gonna try to fight this, and this is gonna be a big fight because they know it that it will be the soul. So I'm 100% sure that we are gonna see a fight in the next round.
Absolutely. Right now, there is not much for Siena Heights to do other than hope for the best. They also need to try to make plays here concerning vision. The problem is they're running out of turrets. They're running out of priority. The game is in Indiana Tech's here. As long as they don't throw it away, they're looking to
yeah.
continue to come out with the win.
Yeah, you are completely right. And the Baron Nashor is up, so maybe we are gonna try to do it with that Jinx. Is gonna come down very fast with that DPS, and look at that. The Baron Nashor is coming down very fast. They are maybe gonna try to fight it.
Yeah, Siena Heights looking to make
Diego.
a play on this Baron. We're gonna have a smite battle, ladies and gentlemen, here any second now. What is Indiana Tech gonna do? Bo versus OQ. Oh, and Ambessa is looking to ult. Viego Flash is over. Yeah, I'm gonna take out Viego and then smite it down.
Diego, get out of here. Don't come to my house.
Oh my goodness, the display of skill.
That,
The Jungle Canyon. Wonderful play and call from Indiana Tech, especially with the Ambessa ulting over, nailing the Viego, forcing him to flash over early so that he can't time up the smite to compete.
that was a very smart move by Indiana Tech because they knew that Viego was trying to steal the Baron, and they hold.
They stopped hitting.
They stopped
Yeah.
hitting the Baron Nashor, because if you still hitting the Baron Nashor, Viego could ultimate or do a flash and try to steal and leave. But if you hold
Absolutely.
it, then Viego is gonna say, oh, should I get in? Because I don't know. if they are gonna hit the Baron or not. So they got him, and then they focused the Viego. We killed the Viego, and then we killed the Baron Nashor. So that was a very good move by Indiana Tech.
Again and again, we see Indiana Tech executing at an S tier level, not leaving any room for Siena Heights to crawl back into this match. Now, with Baron buff, they are going to march down this bot turret. They're going to look to continue to take inhibs. After that, before we have a Lysandra E flash lockdown onto the Corki. Corki's gone. Akali's gone. She's scrabbling at her keyboard right now, wondering what she could have done better.
Akali has crazy damage. How is that possible? She was going 0-3, 0-3, 1. Do you see that damage? That was crazy. We are getting the Dragon Gig. We got the Soul. So we have the Baron Nashor right now. And this is gonna be a very... we don't know what is gonna happen. I don't know if we are gonna try to end this.
Tom Genshin, Diego, ulting in, trying to do something.
Diego's down.
They're not going to be able to do enough damage to take down the Jinx.
Bandit Boy
Doing great. Oh,
yes!
Goodness. Bandit Boy with the ultimate. Going
triple kill.
Karma as well.
Corki's coming.
Corki trying to be a hero with a 1v3. He's just going to fall as well. Dude, I mean, at this point, they're feeding enough to feed
Another ultimate.
Africa.
Great move by Great Boss and another kill. Akali is gonna die. Almost. She's still alive, but there is only 2 persons, 2 champs in the map. So I think we are gonna try to end. We have the Baron Nashor, so this is gonna be easy for our team. And we are hitting the turrets.
Tom Kench looking to do catfish stuff.
The turrets are coming down. Tankets is coming down. A lot of damage. Bandit Boy is killing everyone, making a lot of damage. Full Nexus, and we are gonna win this game. We are still having a fight 4v4. Be careful with this full Nexus, and it seems that we are gonna end this amazing game and this amazing series. So, what can we say? Where is Siena Heights? Where are they? I don't see them.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen,
Stomp. And
we all just witnessed Indiana Tech just absolutely executing on all fronts. Mid lane, bot lane, jungle. You know, at this point, there's nothing left to say other than Team Canyon. Siena Heights, we're sending you back to the drawing board. You're gonna have to get your game back to better. I hope we see you again later on in the tournaments. With that being said, David, before we kind of wrap this up, I want to know what your favorite part of tonight was. What was your favorite play?
The first game, the invading from Siena Heights in our jungler, and then they were trying to invade Bo, and then we got the double kill. That was maybe the reflection point to win that game. 26-0. 26-0. And I mean, what can we say? This was a great games from the Indiana Tech, and we are seeing that we have a base, like, right? Like, we have a base of players, of team, of macro, of everything, of League of Legends knowledge, and I am very excited about this team. And last week we were saying that Siena Heights was the biggest team or the biggest enemy that we can have to win the conference. And we saw what happened. Today was a storm.
Yeah, not much to say when all the talking's done through the fingers, as you just saw. Indiana Tech continuing to put in a lot of hard work. Responding from last year. You know, you love to be a part of a program like this. I bet they're proud of one another. I would be too. They're executing, like I just said earlier, on all fronts. With Siena Heights kind of just washed to the side. You know, I bet they're wondering right now who is coming up to face them. Because right now, it doesn't look like there's much in front of Indiana Tech. 4-0.
Right now, you are the next team who is facing Indiana Tech. What are you thinking? Imagine that you right now are Rochester University and you are facing Indiana Tech. What would you say? What would you think? If you were the coach, what would you say to your players?
If I'm the coach, I would try to I would look at their macro, focus on where they've majority been playing. I don't want to go too much into this because, if they're scouting us, but to a certain point, I'll just say this. I would focus on their solo lane and their jungle because right now that's where they're putting all the priority.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying that Indiana Tech's bot lane can't pop off as we just saw, but right now Indiana Tech is absolutely running everyone's pocket from the mid to the top tier of the map. So focusing bans on those top mid jungle camps, playing around that, and then really focusing on counter picks on who else they're going to be able to pick. But other than that, they're going to have to come in with a lot of great teamwork because Indiana Tech right now is not leaving a lot of holes open.
Very high
I'm
level.
looking at their vision. I'm looking at the way they're calling out objectives, their priority in lanes, making rotations. They're at the top of their game. They are at the top of their game, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do next.
I agree with you, and it doesn't matter what we say right now, because at the end, this is League of Legends. We never know what can happen. That's true, but it doesn't matter what we are saying right now. We are seeing the same that the enemy teams are seeing. We don't know shit about what is happening inside the game. We don't know anything of what our team is saying. So I think we are gonna have an interview, a person coming here today,
Let's
now.
go.
So we are gonna have a very small break, a very fast break, and we will have, I think it's Raid Boss, right? We think so, so we will see this right now. We will
Stay
be right
tuned
back.
for a special guest from Indiana Tech. Don't go far. Greatness is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. We want to hear what the special MVP player of the night has to say, especially against a SmackDown such as this, against Siena Heights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with the one and only mid laner for Indiana Tech, Raid Boss.
What's up, K-Moves? What's up, baby?
Raid Boss, just give us a little bit of insight on your personal feedback. What was going on in your head through these matches? I know you faced Siena Heights this past season. Just give us a little bit of a rundown.
Yeah, man. So game one, we were all full focused. None of us wanted to die, and I'm so happy we made that happen. It feels so good. I've never seen my team play better than game one. It was just so much fun, bro. We were all focused. We all had a lot of fun with it, and we dominated. Come on now. It was absolute cinema.
It was absolute cinema. You're exactly right, Jared. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that game. When you start getting that far ahead with items, dollar money starts hitting the bank, you just have all the free reign in the world. I could only imagine what was going through your guys' head, especially with the history of Indiana Tech versus Siena Heights. How do you think your team is playing right now? You played last week well, this week against Siena Heights. Where would you gauge you and your team together?
I think our team is in a very good spot right now, but not good enough. We want to get better. We're shooting for that #1 seed spot to go to CLOL this year. So we need to get better so that way we can go to that CLOL land. That's what we're shooting for right now. So we're good, but not good enough yet, Kendall.
I love that. You're always hungry for more. Jared, I asked this question to the last player that was down here 2 weeks ago about who you thought was the best competitor. He had said it was Siena Heights. We just watched a stomp down. What is there to look forward to next? What team is going to stand as a possible challenge for Indiana Tech?
As a possible challenge? Nobody, bro. Nobody, bro. We're gonna. Our goal for this season is not to even drop a game. We want to go completely undefeated.
Do you think you guys will drop another ace?
I I want to say yes. I want to say yes.
Hey, Siena Heights. Whether you like it or not, you got labeled as the ace of the season. What, 28-0? Don't ever forget it. I know we're not. With that being said, Jared, I got one more last question, just kind of fun. You know, I had asked the previous player. I'm going to keep asking you guys each personally. If you saw yourself as a League of Legends character, who would it be?
Well, I'm known as the Unk of the team, so it's got to be Rise, but Uncle Rise.
Uncle Rise.
Uncle. Yes,
I love it. Well, Jared, do you have anything else that you want to say?
No, sir. It was a pleasure speaking with you, K Mills.
And it was an absolute honor and pleasure speaking to you, Jared. Thank you for joining us for our Player of the Week highlight here at Indiana Tech for League of Legends. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you to the next weeks and for the next W's to come. Stay tuned, subscribe.
Bye.
And don't stop watching and supporting your team here. We'll catch you next week.